11th Element, by the way. So, hey guys, so obviously this week's been a lot for us. Sorry, I'm gonna sit, but this week's been a lot for us with obviously the birth of Charlotte and everything that goes on with that. What was that? Thank you. Oh, also I met somebody in the hospital, Joe. I didn't know she was at the hospital and she was wearing a mask, and I was like, who is this lady that keeps hugging Emily? And it was Joe. That was great.
You
but
thought I was a doctor, and I said, oh, I wish.
Well, she looked official, so that was cool. But all in all, you know, it was a pretty cool experience. I mean, I guess that's pretty underwhelming the way I describe it, but it was a lot. There was a period where there was a lot of fear. There was a lot of uncertainty. There was a lot of whatever negative emotion you want to put into it. And then there was a feeling of joy, a feeling of happiness, a feeling of love, of peace, and of contentment, and you know, every positive. So it was a crazy whirlwind of emotions for me personally. I know Emily went through a lot too, not as much as me, but you know, it was great. I mean, I don't want to understate it. She's awesome. She crushed it. Winnie was there, very supportive as well. But it made me reflect a lot on just life in general, right? And you know, during the moments that were hard, man, I was beat up. I had to leave the room. You know, I was getting emotional. I was talking to people. I was stressing out. But the moment that, and this is really weird too, is that watching the baby come out was really gross. But watching the baby come out, holding her in my arms, seeing Emily there with parents, and you know, there was just something about that moment that everybody always talks about being something special, something you won't forget. And that's truly an understatement. I mean, wow, it was just the feeling of loving something so much and they have no idea. And then every time I look into her at home, I still get that same feeling. I know that's probably gonna go away in some time in the near future, but I'm gonna love her all time, and it's just an amazing feeling that I've never felt before, and that was awesome. And I truly thought of it as a gift, okay? And I started to think over the week, okay, what is a gift, and why was I gifted something so special, something so healthy, something at this exact moment of time that seems just perfect? And you know, I couldn't put my mind around it. But what I did put my mind around was that I have 1,000 gifts every day, okay? I get to wake up in the morning. I get to breathe deep breaths. I can hear people speak. I can speak to people. I can move my body. I can squat. I can do so many things that aren't something that I made myself. It was something that was given to me. It was a gift. I was sitting outside today. I was feeling the sun on my face and watching the breeze and the trees. And I was like, man, this is a gift from God. I'm real big on nature. What I'm realizing is that even though we had this amazing gift and this amazing time where we get to celebrate and just be joyous and happy, that gift is it's just as big as those little gifts of waking up in the morning. It's the same, because what I'm realizing is that I was reading 1 James today, and it said, what did it say exactly? I can't remember this one now. It said everything good is a gift from God. I'm sorry, I don't have the exact verse, but all good things are gift from God. Josh, do you know that verse? Every good thing comes from God, and everything's perfect in Him. Okay? So what I'm realizing is that, you know, having a baby is a big deal, but, you know, having the opportunity to live in a place that's beautiful and be around such great people is just as big of a blessing to me and to Emily, especially in this time where we're kind of, you know, transitioning and things like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, whatever your specific gift is that you've been given or that you recognize, it's important that we give thanks for that. Okay, so like for example, one thing, we're from South Carolina, so when we moved to Florida, one crazy thing that we realized pretty quick was that Florida has iguanas, and I don't care what you guys think. Me and Emily and Winnie, we love the iguanas. They're like the coolest thing ever. And what, you don't agree?
Oh, no.
Well, it's just seeing them.
Do you have flowers in your yard?
Do you have vegetables in your yard?
We don't, but even I would plant them just so they can come. It's just amazing because like I realize that, you know, that's one thing that I can get joy from. I see these things, like I know that God created that. For whatever reason, God created the iguana, and it gives me joy. So what I realized is that these good things that give me joy are gifts. And these little things add up throughout the day. But at the end of the day, I can rest my head knowing that I've accepted the biggest gift of all. And that's Jesus Christ in my life. You know, John 3:16 says, I'll mess this up again. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, John, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. So, you know, of the iguanas, the babies, the wind, the sun, whatever things that you recognize as gifts from God that bring you joy and peace and happiness, those things, no amount of money, job, or any material thing on this earth is going to compare to that gift that God has given us in his Son Jesus. And I think that's just an amazing reminder that we've got to go through life recognizing that. Like, we're here to be a part of each other's lives. Like, for example, in the 11th element. And we've been given this opportunity for free to come to IHP, to Johnny O's, to these places, to be with each other and spread the gospel through fitness and exercise. And how great of a gift is that? So if you don't have anything to be grateful for today, just be grateful to get to share this opportunity to be with people who are like-minded and want to be better spiritually and want to be better physically. And I think that's why this ministry is so successful in empowering people like us who are normal people. Like, I'll never sit in front of a group of people and preach, or, you know, that's just not me. I'm not even, like, we already had that conversation. But at the end of the day, like, I know that whatever trials and things that I face, like, God's got this. God's got me. And I'm confident and I'm grateful that God's equipped and will continue to equip me with everything that I need. And, you know, so how do we respond to these things? Like, I think there's just one word that comes down to it for this week, for Emily and I, it's gratitude. Just understanding that we can change our perspective from, like I said at the very beginning, like, man, like, that plank sucked, that squat sucked, whatever, that lap sucked. We got to do that because we've been given legs, we've been given breath, we've been given the opportunity to come in here. And let's be grateful for these things, even in the trials, even in those hard times, even in those moments where you want to give up. Like those are gifts from God. And, you know, on the way home, I'm going to look to the left, and I'm going to see that beautiful sunset. I'm going to be reminded that God's made this earth, God's made me, God's made our sweet baby Charlotte, and I've got to give thanks to God for that and give glory to him. So, so my challenge to you is just remember, like, whatever you find good in your life, which there's 1,000 things to be grateful for, that's a gift from God. Waking up in the morning, going to bed at night, sleeping 8 hours, which I will not do that tonight. So be grateful to God for that. That is a gift, and thank God that he loves you, and he wants to give you everything that you desire. And that's kind of my week in a nutshell, just realizing how grateful and blessed we are as a family, and excited for the future with all things that are new. So anyway, God, thank you for this day. Again, thank you for 11th element. Thank you for Josh, who's actually quiet today. We thank you for his energy, his passion for this, and the people that are brought together here who have just worked their butt off over the past months that I've known them. Thank you for their sacrifice and their time. And there was, I pray for them on their safe travels home. I pray that they would recognize all the good in their life, through all the struggle, through all the pain, through all the hardship, through all the doubt, through all the insecurity, through all the anxiety, God, that they be reminded of all the good that's in their life, that you bless them with. Allow us to have a grateful heart and a grateful perspective as we go through the rest of this night and this week. God, help us give thanks to you for all the good that you do for us. God, you've laid the foundation for our lives, and you're guiding us in everything that we do. So allow us to continue to seek you and follow you, get to know you, get close to you, God, and that we would search for you for those things that give us meaning and purpose. We thank you again for this night. Bless these people as they leave. Bless 11th element, and allow us to give glory to you in every single thing that we do. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, before you guys